Alrighty Roo, time to film my 100 subscriber special with my balloons that I got at a really good price because I was prepared for this moment. And now are you freaking kidding me? I was gonna film my 100 subscriber special today and woke up to 200 subscribers. So I'm in my car to go get more balloons and just checked it again and I'm like 10 away from 300. So I'm gonna go buy 200 more balloons because name it and claim it, in Jesus' name, I'm gonna have 300 subscribers by the time I post this stupid video. Where do they sell balloons in Kroger? I don't see balloons. Is this it? Like, I knew my local Kroger was crappy, but I didn't realize it was this bad. Maybe we can go to Publix. Smash like and subscribe so I don't freaking freeze to death out here. Be out here to get that bread, ladies and gentlemen. I just had to explain to a Publix worker why I was buying 200 balloons. Oh man, when that guy was talking to me, I was just praying to God he would drop it, but he kept asking me questions and he asked me what kind of videos I made. I had to tell the man in Publix that I made a conspiracy video about 21 Pilots, and that's what I do on YouTube. 300 balloons. You guys made me buy 300 balloons. Are you? I have 300 balloons in my possession right now, and now I have to blow up all 300 of them because you guys just like me way too much. So yeah, I'm wearing the hoodie again, all right? I wear this hoodie 6 out of 7 days of the week, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. I do want to talk about my rise to fame, how I got this big so fast, and the things that led me here, the instances in my life where I knew that one day I was going to be wildly successful. So during this time of 4th and 5th grade when I first discovered YouTube, I also had this weird hobby of making PowerPoints, and I believe this is when I first started getting into like editing without realizing it. I would literally go and sit an hour. At the time we had a computer room. That's what you had back in the day. There were no laptops in this household. I would sit in the computer room and make PowerPoints for hours. And just, I would make the most elaborate things. I would have music play with them. I would have little graphics move across the PowerPoints in different transitions. And I remember one time at like a birthday party of mine, I made my friends have a competition to see who could make the best PowerPoint, like knowing I was gonna make the best PowerPoint. And that's probably why I never had friends come to my birthday parties after that. Fast forward to when I got my first cell phone, and that's when I first started making little videos on my phone. Not a whole lot of editing you could do on, it was like a little slide up Sony Ericsson, it was pink, and it had green lights come out of the side of it, which I thought was the sickest thing in the whole world. And then I got my first actual video camera when I was 12, I believe. Here she is! My very first video camera. That's why it's called a flip, because it has a little USB built into it, which is actually like pretty smart. It's kind of awkward when you would have it plug into the computer and this would just kind of hang, so I'd sometimes have to like hold it up. She is the reason I am here today. And I'll tell you what, the reason I wanted that camera was a YouTuber by the name of iJustine. Maybe you heard of her. Back in my day, no one really got paid for YouTube. She just did it for the fun of it, and she had one of those cameras, and I was like, I want to be iJustine. Now with 300 subscribers, I am iJustine. I'm flexing on her with all 300 of y'all. So thank you for making me bigger than iJustine. So with that little flip camera, I started making YouTube videos with my friends. Back then there was also a YouTube channel called JKL Productions, and that is the original channel that the character Fred came from. You remember Fred, the scourge of the internet. Fred started out on a YouTube channel that he shared with his cousins, and it was called JKL Productions, and he would just make them kind of randomly on his own. I wanted to be like JKL Productions, so I made 2 different YouTube channels. We used like our initials and then put studios. So I'm making these initials up because I don't want you to go find it, but it would be like JL Studios, because I couldn't put production, that would be copying, but studios was different. And during this time of making YouTube videos with my friends, I made one video with my friend. Her name was Katie. We were friends and stayed friends mostly throughout middle school, kind of drifted apart, and that was just kind of the end of that. But me and her made a little YouTube channel together, and I don't remember us making a whole lot of videos, but I do remember one specific video, and it haunts me to this day. We made a video where she was sitting in front of the camera talking trash about me, and I was in the background sitting on the couch, but I was underneath like a pile of pillows so you couldn't see me. And all of a sudden I burst out of the pillows, and this was not planned very well when you're 12. So when I burst out of the pillows, I kicked one of the pillows in the air, and it went up behind me and like through this little window that led to her kitchen from her living room, where her mom had a vase. So it knocked over that vase, and there's a loud crashing noise. Both 12-year-olds were frozen, thinking like, we're gonna be murdered by her mom. So we pick up the camera and we go over to assess the damage, and the vase ended up being okay, everything was okay, and it just kind of ends with us laughing it off and being like, everything's fine. And it was like I just remember an up close of my face, and back then I only had 4 teeth up front, and they were huge in comparison to the rest of my tiny frame. The reason that video haunts me, there's no way I can prove what I'm about to say is true. I swear it is true. Selena Gomez liked that video. Back then, Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato made YouTube videos together, so I know it was her official account. She uploaded like personal videos of her and Demi, or her by herself and everything. This was back when she was still a Disney star, obviously. This was 2008 or 2009. I don't know how Selena Gomez found this random video of 2 12-year-olds almost breaking a vase and why she thought it was funny, but she did, and I have no way of proving it, and I'll tell you why. We got into a fight a couple months after that, and my friend deleted our account. So there's no way to prove what I just said is true, but God, if there's a way I can convince you that it's true, I will do it, because I promise you that it's true. Selena Gomez, if you see this video now and you remember liking a video of 2 12-year-olds knocking some pillows over and knocking a vase over and then laughing about it, that was me, girl. Hey! I grew up, I got my teeth back. This is my rise to fame. Moving on into high school, I took video and broadcast production, I think was like the full official name of the class. I took that class all 4 years of high school and basically taught myself everything I know, because she would teach us some stuff and she didn't teach it super duper well. She taught me a few things, but then one day she even came up to me and asked me, hey Olivia, how do you export something straight to MP4? And I didn't know, so I Googled it. Already, I was a young prodigy. But anyway, just continued to teach myself anything I knew. And then my senior year of high school, I got an internship at a church. Without giving away my location, I'm just gonna say a rather large church had a decent video program. The pastor's sermons get broadcast on TV, but whenever I mention his name, it seems like no one really knows him, so don't be trying to find out who it was, and don't be coming to my house. I got an internship there when I was a senior in high school, and I was like, this is it, my dreams are coming true. I have my dream job, and I learned a lot during my internship. There were a lot of things I still had to Google, but I learned a lot more there than I ever would have just trying to figure it out on my own. It ended because I became so miserable there that I was like, is this not what I'm supposed to be doing? Do I actually hate editing videos? Because it just got really mundane and I was doing the same thing all the time and I got sick of it. So I thought that that meant I had to have a whole career change. The thing I'd been wanting to do since I was but a wee youngster, I suddenly hated. I felt as though I hated that job and then I had to pick a new career, but I didn't know what I wanted to pick. I wasn't just gonna quit that job and work at a Wendy's. So, college! That's where you go when you don't know what to do. You go to a college where you spend $120,000 on tuition for a degree you don't know what you're gonna do with. So I decided to go to college and study psychology, and I'm thankful for that. I have, hated my time in college, but I am thankful for some things that I've learned. I am thankful for some of my professors. They are the reason that I stayed and did not transfer. Took a break from making videos throughout college. I really took to Snapchat for a while. I think that kind of filled that little void in me because I was actually pretty funny on Snapchat. Not to like toot my own horn, but I was really funny and I did not have enough recognition on there. So once Snapchat went to absolute crap with that last update, I moved over to Instagram stories where I could finally get the recognition I deserve. I'm gonna skip ahead and just get to the job that I have now, which is making videos for a non-profit where we go to Nepal. I film us in Nepal showing like what we do to help the Nepali people, humanitarian aid stuff, and use that footage to try to get people to, you know, like donate because we're a non-profit. So got the job and I started kind of getting back into editing and I was actually like, you know what, like I do miss this, I do enjoy it, I want to do something more creative, feel like that muscle is just missing something, but I still can't do YouTube videos because I'm not good enough. excuse. It's kind of fitting that my most popular video is 21 Pilots related, because honestly, 21 Pilots are the reason I started making YouTube videos. Sort of. So throughout high school, a lot of my favorite YouTubers were Shauna, whose name was Nanalu, and Tessa Violet, who at the time her name was Mika Kitty. Tessa Violet's been making music lately and it's really good, but I first knew her as Mika Kitty. And of course the famous Sail video. If you've not seen it, I feel like it should be just a staple in YouTube culture to have seen Sail by Mika Kitty and Nanalu. That's what really set that fire in me of like, I want to make YouTube videos, I want to make stuff like that, I want to make like mock music videos, and that was like music videos is what I wanted to make, and that's why it took me so long to get into making YouTube videos, because music videos take so much time and production and things that I just don't have. They don't necessarily take all of that, but it was things I believed I needed to have. And it's yellow! How fitting! How fitting! Here we go! My 21st balloon, and it's yellow, and it's 21 Pilots, and you get it? Do you get it? So I started watching Quicken, and then I found Drew Gooden and Danny Gonzalez around the same time as Drew Gooden, and I just started watching their videos, and I was like, I can do that. I'm not as funny as them, but as far as like how they edit and stuff, I kind of know how to do most of what they do, even if I don't actively show that right now. But truly, it was 21 Pilots coming out with the first couple of singles from Trench, and I started, I just got so inspired by that, and I started doing like a little photo series of inspired by Trench, and then it was like the more I did that, it kind of like awakened this creative part of me that just I realized had been unfulfilled for so long. I think it may have been probably a Quicken or Drew Gooden or Danny Gonzalez video, I don't know. I watched someone's YouTube video and just decided I can do that. Not in like a stuck up way where people go to like art museums and they see some kind of abstract art and they're like, well, I could have done that. But I just decided, you know what? I've always wanted to make YouTube videos. It's been about 10 years since I first really realized that's what I wanted to do, and I still haven't done it. And what's holding me back? And I'll tell you what, nothing. For the most part, it's just about exercising that little creative side of my brain so that it stays strong and sharp, and hopefully I can kind of grow it some way, because I do have dreams bigger than YouTube. My biggest dream would be to direct music videos or be like a content director for a band. I love music and I love media and movies, and I want to combine the two somehow, and that's like the best way to do it, right? So I have so much schoolwork to do, but you get the gist. I'm not just trying to hop on the YouTuber train to get that bread. That's only like 90% of it. But it's something that I've always wanted to do. This is my 26th balloon, and all this time I've been talking. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to do shout outs. So I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. When I said that I would give a shout out to the last 3 people to subscribe to get me to 100, that was because I thought I would know who did it. But turns out YouTube doesn't tell me everyone's names. It only tells me the names of people who have something set to public, and the default is private. So I actually don't know who the last 3 were. So sorry I lied to you. Some of you didn't know that because you don't follow me on Instagram, which by the way, you should follow me on Instagram. I will give a shout out to the people who were kind of like instrumental in helping me climb this little YouTube ladder to the point where I have now. So first, alright, forgive me for this. I know I should know your real name, but I have forgotten it. Oh wait, I can ask you real quick. You don't even know! Alright, I'll skip her and come back to her when I remember her name. Julia, Sophia, I love ya. Thank you for subscribing and being supportive of my channel. Also, shout out to Ashley Elliott. You said you were my 100th subscriber, so I'm just gonna take your word for it because I have no way of knowing, so thanks. Summer Hazel, of course. I met you and I gave you a hot bag of water at a 21 Pilots show, so you're welcome. Oh! Summer Hazel. I'm so dumb. I didn't connect that you were the same person on Instagram that you've been in the comments. Drop Dead Duns on Instagram, and she was the main instrument in getting my video out. She has a lot of followers and she shared my video, and that's how a lot of you found me. So thank you, Summer. I'm sorry that I'm a complete moron, but I just am bad with names. Alright, I'm stopping at 50. I'll just start filming again whenever. Oh my god. So, here's some of the balloons I've blown up. Also, I'm watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've quarantined most of the balloons just to help me keep count because, as we know, I can't count. I've got them sort of in an organized pile, if you will, over here, and then I have the other 25 in a how you say, a cluster of sorts. I have schoolwork, like I'm in college, I have papers due, and I'm sitting in my room for hours blowing up 300 freaking balloons because 300 people subscribe to my YouTube channel because that's the kind of person that I am now. I was gonna take a break, and then I saw that I had 350 subscribers. Why do you guys like me so much? Slow down. Now I have to sit here all night and blow up balloons so I can get this video out in time so I don't look like a fool! A complete fool! You guys are gonna make me do 400. I'm not gonna do 400 balloons. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing 400. Some of them say happy birthday. Oh my gosh! I'm trying to push them to the... There's so many balloons. Okay. Did I pop one? No, I'm not blowing anymore. It was 300. I'm not blowing anymore. That's right, kids. It's 300 balloons. 300 balloons. But 300 subscribers and not a single subscriber more, all right? No more than 300, just 300 of you. If you were one of my 300 subscribers, you are my family. I will donate blood for you. I will donate a kidney. You can have my kidneys. I don't mind. If you are anything more than 300, you do not exist to me. Goodbye. So I have quarantined the balloons to this one area, a balloon pit, if you will, and I'm just gonna jump right in them. I would like to go ahead and say that if I die, I'm sorry, this is the way I had to go. Please bury me with every single one of these balloons. Thanks. Full send! Full send! Woo! Okay, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. I don't know why I expected to like bounce off of them. All of my subscribers, this is you. If you're a subscriber, we're in the pit together. I'm trusting you to hold me up as I belly flop into your loving arms. Oh my god! Man down! Soldier down! Alright, this has been my 300 and not a single digit more subscriber special. Thank you for watching. I did not expect this to happen as fast as it did, and that it's continuing to grow so much that I had to rush through making these, and honestly by the time I post this video it'll probably be 400. But no, seriously, thank you so much. Thank you for deciding that you want to watch my face on a pretty regular basis. Like, that's sick. My name's Olivia, and I will see you in the next one.